This is Gwydion's Astral Coffee House. KW. This is Gwydion's Astral Coffee House. It's a podcast.
Or no, it's a...
Welcome. This is Gwydion's Astral Podcast. Episode 4.
Where it all kind of starts to come together.
Not really.
In this episode, we'll hear quite a lot from me. Namely, my DMT poetry. Back in 2011, I smoked a lot of DMT, and I wrote a lot of poetry, so you're gonna hear that with a really obnoxious echo that makes it difficult to understand.
But first, I'd like to introduce to you
the creator,
the executive producer,
indeed the actor,
behind
Gwydion's Astral Podcast,
Edward Charles Reeb.
Hello.
Welcome, Edward, and thank you for giving me birth.
You're welcome, but I didn't give you birth.
Well, not literally, obviously. That would be very difficult.
Yes, of course.
Now, you once said in the Gemini 2007 Downtown Los Angeles Art Walk video that I, Gwydion, was your favorite creation. Is that still the case?
No.
Well, am I at least in the top 3?
No.
Well, at least then I know where I stand. Let's move along, shall we?
First, I just want to clarify to everyone that I'm not insane. This is all just an act. Gwydion is just a character. It started out as a pen name. Someone gave me that name.
Thank you. I know you have plenty of things to do. You're an Uber driver, aren't you? Well, why don't you get back to some Uber driving then?
Okay, moving along, we're going to be hearing some of my DMT poetry.
Did my toe. See, it's a little bit of wordplay there. First letter. Did my toes get it? Okay. Did my toe didn't expect my folded hand, knuckle mondal, sight, sound, like something vaguely resembling Tibetan horn, tone, the art at Jimmy, fractals and all reality divinely flushed in front of me, all Legos pixelated, so vast, tapestry into white, fantastic screensaver. It'll be okay at first, then quite a lot. What a gift, so beautiful. Thank you. What a gift. Then let go of the word, and no words came close. But I figured I'd try. Second, 19, writing about 17. Everything I said after the first rang irrelevant. Saw the fruits of going astray, of words in memory, replacing the experience. Gets close to familiar from the first, and more so in the third. Was a bit more than the second, a certain faith, or a certain knowing that within the parameters of its own rules, flesh can be dangerous. A bit of that, then let go.
Demartian take 3 reveals to be as the great fleshy Venus flytrap mind that it is flat from within, from without wiry switchboard emotion thought. I'm glad I'm not weirded out by my hands. Where at the first adrenaline and push to high dosage, now clinical approach turns to resist till surrender. Let it do what it's gonna do. Let go. Welcome again. D4 Dust Huntington cactus leaning toward too much possessive love felt left out. It's okay. As long as what? Out past the edge. What is this? Danger. Behold. Dad screamed. Breaking. Morning routine. Or was it deeper? That experiment. When I was 3, and Mom was at the store. The question, if nothing else, evoked. But my electric plant friend, I feel you criticize. Rightly so. My psychology, body emotion, and the waves came, not coincident, like a pulsing heart. She plant consoled me, making the plants dance, and the ground, the all fractal hand. The others far from me, were quiet. You okay? Yes. Well, now, yes. I am. Fifth reflection. Oh, good. So after the fourth, well, you saw the conclusion. Hesitated to go too far up into me. So taste to tap in and remember. Started to miss the fullness. So I came to hit slow and held, but it started. Exhale. That was like going toward the door, but not knocking, not ringing the bell, not. So the next day it slow and held when it started to happen, kept. And when the second wave came, counted 1, 2, then exhale. This was fantastic. I feel I know exactly where the door is now. Came right up and stood in the door frame and felt cleansed of the D4 stains. See firsthand now the benefit of putting a great deal of care into the environment of pre-establishing quiet, but found a chicken egg thing. Something was deep down, or did I drag it down from the surface with me as I went? Not sure, but really. Bless. D6. I can feel, hear, head, and back, pans, horns, bumps, feels like smiles. Don't hold a grudge in your shoulder, back, high sound, memories of color. But hey, multitasking time for pizza. D7 reflection. When as a child sitting within sense, burning that ringing that bell, a constant tone, while I look up toward him. And then rises from the ground. My back alive, the old from everywhere, and where eyes open, saw the incense fork branching out, organic speaking without words, and I tried people about a high-pitched sound, for instance, or like a cobra, opening its hood behind me like a statue. And now I find what was moving within me has been extracted from plants, the empirical reason-bound say. You see, it's a chemical reaction. Like we said, there is no afterlife. And now I lovingly, astrally pat them on the head. As above, so below. Don't worry, you'll remember. D8, surprise. So we ran out, but here's the thing. My beloved and I both, when we think it, we smell it, and feel static fire in the ground. We're reading Strassman, MD, about how our senses come through colliculi, where the pineal sits, and when it puts the kettle on, the tea mixes with the sense data. In the elevator just now, contemplating the smell came on strong. It's happening. Like once when young, after Jacob's ladder, discovered the muscles to wiggle the ears. Oh, thank you, what a gift, so beautiful, thank you, what a gift, and may your soul find peace, and may you find this ability. See, wait, watch, I'll show you. You'll start to smell, and feel. Now. Me, you, bring you, rivers, local ripplings of the vast, sometimes ever changing. I see. I'm sort of experimenting, or art projecting, or tourist light telescope. Noblously thundering, hand opens window, then the window. The ever-passing present is a place from the past. The scent of indigenous stripped to me, all consciousness in cool morning, summertime, Thursday. DMT Reflections. 2 years later. I wonder if horns resound. I wonder when great horns resound, when the electricity in the back of the head was buzzing, and the laundry pile on hands kaleidoscoped out, and when I closed my eyes, the super fast squiggling things berserking in front of my eyes, and all the other squiggles made the same patterns, the rows and columns to the left and the right, and all behind, could it have been DNA communicating with each other, along with each other, something within? Could it have been Buddhas alone, together with other Buddhas? Could it have been my own mirror assumption, to perceive the others as the same as myself? Could it have been something else? Something small, string theory, another universe, another being, another being, quite a thing, it were.
Thank you all for tuning in to Gwydion's Astral Podcast.
I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm trying something new. Whatever.
Good night!